Welcome to my channel. Today I will be dealing on this question on the board. At a school event in Finland, adult, student and child tickets were sold. Total tickets that were sold is 150 tickets. Student tickets are 20 more than child tickets. Adult tickets are 3 times child tickets minus 10. Find the number of each ticket sold, meaning you have to find the number of each ticket sold to the students, sold to the child, and also sold to the adult. I treated this question in my last video by using the substitution method. Today I'm going to treat this same question using the determinants of matrix and the Cramer rule to get the answer. This question helps you in thinking skill, because this kind of question you need to analyze, you need to think, and you need to understand the approach, what this whole statement is talking about. Now, first and foremost, you treat it by priority, which is child, student, and adult. Now, let's analyze the equation, the question together. Solution. Remember, from the question, solution. From the question, student. According to the question, at a school, adults, student and child ticket were sold. Okay. Total ticket is 150. They started with adult, student, and child. According to the question on the board, the total is 150. Adult, student, and child. Solution. Let's represent. Let A represent adults, S represent students, and C represent child. Adult plus student plus child is equal to 150 equation 1. Make this equation 1 according to the sentence. Then it goes further to state that student tickets are 20 more than child tickets. Student tickets are 20 more. What this means is, when they say 20 more, is like 20 plus. Then when it says minus, is of course is subtraction. So student tickets are 20 more than the child ticket. Student ticket is equal to 20 plus C. Make this equation 2. Lastly, which is the adult ticket are 3 times child ticket minus 10. 3 times, it means 3 multiplied. Adult ticket is 3 times the child ticket, which is A equals to 3 times minus 10, making this equation 3. So now we have arrived in 3 equations. The reason why we are solving this using the determinants of matrices is because we have 3 unknown. Because we can have an equation with larger variables, and sometimes we can have 4 unknown. We have to use the determinants of matrices to get the answer right. As time goes on, we understand all those things. All of them are still under algebra, because we are trying to use letters like to represent numbers. Now, having these 3 equations, the first thing to do if you are using the determinants of matrix to solve this type of question, you need to rearrange in a manner that the student will be on one side, the adult will be on one side, and the child will be on one side. So remember, we are dealing with a real life question, so we need to be realistic in our approach. So child comes first, so we need to start with child. Then the next thing is based on priority, then student, then adult. Because if you are selling tickets, you have to consider child. You also have to consider student, because they are not working class, they are students. Now, for the child, we rearrange the equation. By rearranging this equation, we have from this first equation, we'll bring child first. Okay? This will be C already is positive, so no need. Is C is positive. Remember, in algebra, you don't neglect sign. C plus student plus adult is equal to 150. We rearrange, we call this equation 4. Then here, the next one, C, we'll start first. C will be crossing equal to sign, so it will be negative C minus C. Where is X? The next one is X is already here before the equal to, so plus X. Then remaining A. Now, because A is not appearing in this equation and we are using determinants of matrix, you introduce A as a positive not, which is 0A plus 0A. You introduce a positive 0A, you attach it to it, equals to 20. Equation 5. Remember, this one we are rearranging, so it will be 4, 5, the next one will be 6. Then, also here, C need to come first, the child. This is, we are solving, the reason why we are doing this, we are solving this using we are going to be using the method of determinants of matrix, DN, determinants of matrix, to get this value. So this is why we are rearranging and trying to make sure the child be in one place. Then the last equation will be what? So this child is crossing equal to sign, so it will be minus 3C, minus 3C. The next one is student. Student is not appearing here, so you introduce positive 0 plus 0x. Then the next one is A. The next one is A. So A is here. A is here. So A is crossing equal to A is okay. A is already here. No need. So plus A equals to minus 10. Equation 6. Now that we've arranged the equation, what we need to do is to put them in matrix form. We have to put them in matrix form. By putting them in matrix form, we draw the matrix. This space, okay, this space will be enough. We'll draw the matrix. Putting it in matrix form. Now, the coefficient of C here is 1. Coefficient of C here is minus 1. Coefficient of C here is minus 3. The coefficient of X here is 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 and 1 is the same thing. The coefficient of X here is 1. The coefficient of X here is 0. The coefficient of A here is 1. The coefficient of A here is 1. The coefficient of A here is 1 also. Sorry, the coefficient of A here is 0. The middle, the coefficient of A here is 0. Then the next one is you bring out the variables we are looking for: child, student, and adult. Equal to, lastly, you bring out the constant: 150, 20, and minus 10. These are the constants. So now we've arranged it in matrix form. Then, now that we've arranged it in matrix form, we'll start solving. Let me bring out this one. This is what we are going to be using to solve. So 1, 1, 1. This is what we are going to be using to solve. 1, 1, 1. Minus 1, 1, 0. Minus 3, 0, 1. Minus 3, 0, 1. Okay, now in solving determinants of matrix, you need to be very careful. This is where you need to be very careful. Don't neglect sign. And you need to understand that neglecting a sign will spoil the whole thing. This is why in engineering, when you are fixing a problem, you need to understand the root cause of the problem. And you need to understand how to provide solution. You don't just provide solution in a round. And this type of mathematics helps for those that are involved in decision making. It helps them to think straight, to think well in making a decision, so that you don't make mistake, because a little mistake can cause problem. This is engineering. Now, determinant of matrix. Okay, what you need to do is to understand this is a matrix form. So the first one is you you just do something like this. This is row and column. Just do something like this. Pick the first one. You open. You cover here. You cover here. You cover here. You have 1 0 0 1. 1 0 0 1. Then you've taken the first one. Then the next one you cover here. Then you cover here. So you have -1 -3 0 1. -1 -3 0 1. Then lastly this one 1 -1 -3 1 0 -1 -3 -1 -3 1 0. Now you introduce, this is your 1, the next one is 1, the last one there is 1. So 1 1 1, the top 1 1 1. Then you introduce plus minus plus plus minus plus. If it is, this is 3/3 matrix. If it is 4/3 matrix, the same approach, plus minus plus minus plus minus. That is how it goes. Now we will continue. We bring down this plus 1. This is how it goes. You start like this. The movement is like you multiply through like this, and you also multiply through like this. When you multiply through like this, you subtract what you have here. If for example, in a condition where you forgot, you remember that you start from the right. The movement is from the right, this way. So 1 multiply 1 is 1. Minus 0 multiply 0 is 0. Minus 1. 1 multiply minus 1 is -1. -3, anything multiply 0 is 0. So you don't need to bother your head with that. Plus 1. 0, anything multiply 0 is 0. -3 multiply 1 is -3. Now bring out plus 1. Remember board mass. You need to resolve what is in the bracket. It's very important. Board mass. The B there is bracket. So 1 minus 0 is 1. Minus 1. -1 minus 0 is -1. Plus 1. Minus 0. Minus times -3 is plus 3. Remember, if you watch my previous video, I said when negative sign multiply, it gives you positive sign. That is why you have that trick there. So this is bracket. There is still bracket. So we need to resolve bracket. So plus 1, 1. Okay, by resolving bracket, plus 1 multiply 1 is 1. Minus 1 multiply -1. Because -1 is multiply -1, you will have plus 1. Plus 1 multiply plus 3 is plus 3. So 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 3 is equal to 5. So the determinant of this matrix is plus 5. We'll continue from here. The next, what we are going to look at is the next thing, the determinants of this matrix is, the determinant is equal to 5. This is not the final answer. The next step, the next video, what we are going to be looking at, now we have variable. This is the matrix. We have child, student, and adults. Equal to, the constant is 150, 20, and -10. 20 and -10. So the next step is we are going to be substituting this rule. We are going to be substituting this rule with this constant. When we substitute it with this constant, then we'll look for each of the determinants. When we look for each of the determinants, we get the answer. Then the last, we will now use the Cramer rule. So from here, we'll move to the next video. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to my channel. Even if you don't subscribe, you know someone you want to help. You can recommend my channel to the person. All I am doing is to help. We rise by lifting others. So I use my channel to help. Thank you very much. God bless you.